To access your network files from your Mac OS, laptop, or desktop, start by running the MyWorkDrive client for Mac OS from your applications. If the client has not been installed yet, you can visit MyWorkDrive.com to download it and the link to the file system driver. Or if this is a managed workstation, contact your system administrator for assistance. When you run the client, it will remember the last server you connected to. If that's not the server you want to connect to or you've never connected before, you can go ahead and type your information here in the server URL. And if your system administrator permits username and password saving on a username and password login, they may be saved here if you check Remember Me. Our server uses login with SSO. When we click that, we're going to be passed over to Azure AD in this case to complete our login. Of course, I've logged in before, so it already knows me. You might need to type in your email address. And this could be another SSO, such as Okta or OneLogin or Ping Identity. Go ahead and sign in, complete whatever multi-factor is required of you, Duo or Authenticator, that sort of thing. Once you complete login, you'll get a new volume on your Mac titled MyWorkDrive. You can go ahead and double click on that, and you'll see the shares you have access to. Now, we have some regular shares. We have home folder, we have network share, we have share. We also have a restricted share. With a restricted share means that has limited access based on your administrator. I'll show you that in just a moment. Why don't we start on a traditional share like just simply share. You'll see here I have all of my files just as I would if I was working locally or working on another type of network share. Let's just look at the newest ones here. I can right click on a file and I have all the sort of standard functions to copy and paste and trash and those sort of things. I can, as that mentions, I can copy and paste. I can drag this out to my desktop if I need a local copy of it. I already happen to have this here, so we won't worry about that. But I can also copy a file in, so we'll just drag this image over, and you'll notice, oh, I already have that one as well, so we don't need to do that. In fact, why don't we go ahead and just remove that file since we don't need it on here. We'll just scroll down, and there we'll find that file, and we'll go ahead and send it to the trash can, just as we would any other type of file. So you can see this works just like a network share. If I want to edit that document that we saw there, we want to edit the balance test, we can go ahead and double click on that. This will open local Word, assuming I have Word open on my, or Word installed on my Macintosh. And we can make whatever edit we need to make here. Go ahead, make a date stamp here. You can see I'm editing just as if it was a file on my desktop. Go ahead and close that. It's going to prompt me to save. It's going to save it back to the network share. That's all I need to do. Everything works just as you would always expect. Now, let's take a look at that restricted share that we saw a moment ago. We'll go ahead and click into this restricted share. And notice that it still looks like a familiar share. We can adjust our view and whatnot. We can see our files that are in here. But when we go to do actions, like if we right-click, we have very limited functionality. If I was to click on this file and then right-click on it, you would see I don't have a lot of functionality because my system administrator has restricted what I have access to. But I can still double-click on it, and that will launch a browser and show it to me in a view. This could be watermarked or not, depending on what your system administrator has configured. In this case, I don't have that enabled. We can go ahead and view this image. Again, this might be watermarked, as it is in this case, or not. And then if it's an Office file and your system administrator has permitted editing in Office Online, you might actually be able to edit this file, except instead of doing it in Word on your desktop, you'll be doing it here in Office Online. And you can see some of my earlier edits today. We'll make another edit here. Note that it's saving it back to the share. There's no action you need to take as far as saving or copying it locally or anything of that nature. And when we're done, we can just close it out. So you can see that my MyWorkDrive Map Drive client for Mac OS gives you access as if you natively had those shares right here on your Mac, when in truth they're stored on the file server, but gives you access to everything.